you about the brand new crop of Caron cakes that are out in Michael's stores this fall. So since we're live, I'm going to give it a minute, let some people come on in and join us this morning. I have got a whole bag here from Michael's that I'm going to be talking about, and I cannot wait to share what's inside. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get started because we'll make sure this video stays up afterwards. So let's talk about the new Caron cakes that are out right now. Now, this video, I should say right up front, is made in partnership with Yarnspirations, but I love these yarns and I cannot wait to show them off to you. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, first thing coming right out of the bag, we've got the Caron Groovy Cloud Cakes. Now, some of these yarns you may have seen in stores before, specifically your local Michael's. However, there's always new colors every year, right? And this is one of the colors this year. Check it out. Isn't that gorgeous? This is, let's see, this is the Plum Paradise colorway. Just take a look at that. I want to make sure, I'm peeking around to make sure you guys can see it here. Look at the texture on that. Do you see how soft and fuzzy that is? It's got this great, incredibly soft, fuzzy feel to it. Just a little bit of a halo, so it's going to have that really fuzzy look to it. But it's not, I don't think it'll snag your hook too much, you know? It's just such a gorgeous colorway. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think of this one. Now let's talk about what are the stats, right? What are the details for Groovy Cloud Cakes? Now, this one is a 4 medium weight yarn. That's wonderful, right? Can use it for all kinds of patterns. This is 8 ounces, 720 yards. This one blew my mind. This cake right here of medium weight yarn has 720 yards. And that 720 yards is in only 8 ounces. So that tells you this is a really incredibly lightweight yarn. So if you wanted to make like a big sweater, I think this would be actually perfect for the Paloma cardigan, which I'm wearing right now. This yarn wasn't out yet when I made it, but I think it would be a wonderful substitute. And I think, you know, like think about it. If you want to make a garment, right? A lot of times we make these big projects with crochet or knitting, and it gets kind of heavy, right? 720 yards in 8 ounces of yarn. You're going to get a lot of mileage out of one of these cakes, but you're also going to have an incredibly, relatively lightweight project. So gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I did manage to snag another skein of this one. You can see I've got my big Michael's bag right here. Let me dig around for a second. There we are. This one, oh, this one just calls out to me. Look at this one. Isn't this gorgeous? Another one of the Groovy Cloud Cakes, and this colorway is called, and this one, something about this one just screams like Monet's Water Lilies to me. You know, it has that really subtle, soft look to it. There's another icy lime colorway that I didn't manage to grab, but an icy lime colorway in this one. Very Monet-ish, I think. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, Karina? I agree. This is a huge amount of yarn. 720 yards of yarn. One cake, 8 ounces. You're going to be able to make sweaters that aren't going to like stretch out. They aren't going to weigh you down. Lovely. Oh, anything with browns and orange? I might have some in here. We'll see. There's some great colorways out there. And I agree. It's fall, right? We want to do the oranges and the browns. Let's see what else I've got in my big bag here. Let's see. Oh, this one's fun. You said oranges? Let's pull out some oranges. That's orange. Now, it's not brown, but it's definitely got some orange in it. This is called Caron Macchiato Cakes. Why macchiato? I don't know. Macchiatos are brown, right? But it is a really fun yarn. You can see this one's a little fuzzy as well. Not as much of a halo, I would say. This one definitely has more of a plied look. You can see the Groovy Cakes. We'll come back to that for just a second. You can see it doesn't really have a plied look so much. It's kind of like an air-blown type of yarn. This one does have a little bit of a ply or a twist to it, which creates this really great three-dimensional color that we can see here. You can see how there's like that depth of color. That's the 2 different colors, 2 or more, I should say, plied together there within the yarn. So what are the details on this one? This particular colorway, I should say, is called Glowing Grapefruit. Very bright and fun. Not all the colors in it are as bright. Yes, this is the same thing, Macchiato Cakes. We've got more of a neutral, but with some beautiful oranges in there. This one I've actually got a project in mind for, but we'll get to that later. So back to those stats here. This one is a 5 or a bulky weight yarn. Oh, my audio's going in and out. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure why. I'm just on my phone, so I'll try and speak up a little bit and see if that helps. It might be my connection, you know? I'm out here in the boonies of Iowa. We'll find out. All right, so I'll try and speak up a little bit. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the Macchiato Cakes again. Gorgeous, gorgeous depth of color in this one. We were just saying this is a 5 or bulky weight yarn. So that is, you know, lovely for all your quicker projects, but not super thick. This one is 8 ounces, 481 yards. That's still a tremendous amount of yarn in one cake. So one of these cakes, you're going to get a lot of mileage out of it. Bulky weight yarn for over 400 yards. What would I say? 481, almost 500 yards of bulky weight yarn in one skein. If you're like me and you don't love weaving in your ends, anytime you get yardage like this is such a phenomenal thing. You can make a blanket, a big piece without having extra ends to weave in. And the great thing is about high yardages like this is you have less worry about matching your dye lots, right? When you go to your local Michaels and you pick up your yarn and you want to make a big project and you know it's going to be several skeins, it's always a good idea to check the dye lot. You want to come to the back of the label and check those numbers and make sure they match. Fewer skeins to buy, less digging through to match your dye lots, right? So that is another big, big benefit. So the Macchiato Cakes, of course, I think there's probably about 8 colors of each of these or so. It varies, but this one, beautiful bright orange. Here's the other skein I have of that. It says the sound is breaking up, not the volume. Thank you for letting me know. Oh gosh, I don't know why. It must be the connection with YouTube. Not sure what I can. Accidentally muted myself for a second. I definitely don't want to do that. Just pushing buttons to see what helps. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure why it was breaking up. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it'll start straightening out as the internet connection gets a little bit stronger. So anyway, as I was saying, this is the other color of the Caron Macchiato Cakes that I have. And this one is a little bit more subtle, and I just love the variation in this one. I have a project I actually have in mind that I hope to have out, I should have out on the 20th of this month using one skein of this yarn. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Isn't that pretty? This one is called Atomic Aqua. Isn't that a fun name? Atomic Aqua. I love that so much. I'm so glad the sound is good for some of you guys. Hopefully that means it's holding steady. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, let me know what you want to make with this one or the other one. What are you guys thinking for these yarns? What do you want to see? What do you want to see me or another designer creating these yarns, right? I know I love taking requests. All right, back to the bag. Let's see what comes out next. Oh, these are cute. Hold on. Have you guys seen these? It was funny. Just last month, I was in Scotland, and all the way in Scotland, somebody came up to me and said, have you seen the little cupcake skeins at Michael's? And I had to say, not yet. Now I have. Check these out. Aren't they cute? I got 2 of them. These are the Caron Chunky Cupcakes. And look at that. It comes with an attached pom-pom. So the deal with these is one skein makes one hat. Now, that's going to be like one adult-sized hat, right? Not, you know, a giant-sized hat. Probably could get a couple of smaller hats. There's, you know, if you want to make like baby hats or something, but there's just the one pom-pom. So this does come with a pattern on the label. Most of the yarns do. Not all, but most. And you can see the kind of hat you can make. And then it's got the pom-pom right in it. How fun is that, right? Because, I mean, you know, if you want to get it all in one, this is a great, like, throw it in your bag. You're going on a trip project, right? You're going on a road trip. Maybe you're getting on an airplane. You want that one compact project. You don't want a great big project with a bunch of stuff, you know, sitting there trying to figure it all out in your seat. All right here. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I agree. Nifty. You know what? I think boomerang scarves are beautiful in just about every yarn. They're such a great way. It's one of those projects. It's a great way to show off the yarn itself, right? So let's see. Here we are. This is the Caron Chunky Cupcakes. They even made the label special on this one, you guys. Did you catch that? The little scallop around the label. I haven't seen that on any other yarn label. It's just too cute. So they really put some thought into these. It's just a one little cake, makes a hat. It's got an attached pom-pom. You can see this one is some beautiful brights. This one is called Prismatic. Very pretty, bright pink pom. This one, a little more neutral. We've got our white cream colored pom on top, some great brown colors. I know somebody said they like browns. Let's see, this one is called Tiramisu Tan. Yes, and I hear you. You know what? Some years we love the colorways and some years we don't. And not all the colorways are for everybody, right? There's definitely some of these I like more than others, but hopefully everybody can find at least one that they love in the yarns they're interested in. So lots more colors than I've got. I'd only have a couple of each one to show off. Let's see. Back to the big bag. Big bag at Michael's. Now, all of these yarns are available right now exclusively at Michael's, but you need patterns, right? The patterns are free on yarnspirations.com. I've got a blog post up. I've linked it in the description for this video where you can go to get links to all these yarns, as well as I've linked the free patterns that I could find for those yarns. And for each one, I've included a suggestion that I think would be a really fun pattern to remake in that yarn. So definitely check that out if you're looking for some inspiration, or if you don't want to go to your local Michael's, I've got the links on the blog post. So you can just click them and go straight to that Michael's page and order them for pickup, right? That front door pickup, I love that. Or, you know, delivery right to your home. Also very convenient. All right, this guy. Now, you may have heard about the anniversary cakes, right? And that's one thing I didn't get one this year. I didn't get an anniversary cake, and I'm so bummed. But the anniversary cakes are the great big skeins. You guys might have seen those. They're like, I want to say it's 1,000 grams. Huge skein of yarn. Big guy. I mean, if you're going to make a blanket, right? 2 ends to weave in when you're done. Love those things. Gorgeous new colors of those. So definitely go check those out. I do have them in the blog post. I just don't have one to show you today. But now they have slice of anniversary cake. How fun is this? How fun is that? This one I think is also called prismatic. Little similar there, but this is a different weight of yarn. It's a different kind of yarn. Oh, I should have said this one, the Cupcakes, is made of, where'd it go? 100% acrylic. This one, also 100% acrylic, but it's a 6. This is just like the big anniversary cakes, this is a 6 super bulky weight yarn. Here's my proof. So this one is a little bit thicker. So if you love the colorways, check out the varieties of yarns. This one's, let's see. Yes, this one's a 5. This one's a 6. Interesting, right? So you can find the same color sometimes in a slightly different put up. So slice of anniversary cake, it's like a little chunk, if you will, of the great big anniversary cake. So if you don't need that much yarn, if that's too much, if you're going on a project, you want a smaller one to bring, the slice of anniversary cake is a great option. It is a 6 super bulky weight yarn. It is 100% acrylic, 8.8 ounces, 285 yards, which is still really good for a 6 super bulky weight yarn. Let me pull out a strand of this one so you can get a look at this one, how it looks, the yarn itself. This one's got a little bit easier end to pull out. So, whoop, let me get centered there. The joys of live. There we go. All right, so you can see, hopefully, if it wants to focus, this one is a little bit more loosely plied, I would say. You can kind of see that in action here on the end. So this is going to give it a really fluffy look to your project. So you can see there how the plies are, you can kind of really distinctively see the different plies put together there. So this one is going to give you like a little fluffier look to it. It is very soft. All the yarns so far have been very soft, but this one also has a lovely feel to it, especially as 100% acrylic means it's machine washable, dryable, easy to care for. We love that. Let's see. Whoop, almost knocked over my tea. Oh, yes, and some great browns. Yes, thank you, Anna. Oh, and it's so good. Yes, Yarn Inspiration shipping is very fast. They usually do a very good job with that. They've got a couple different warehouses, so don't be afraid to order from Yarn Inspirations. That said, these yarns aren't available on yarnspirations.com. They're only available at your local Michael's, or, of course, michaels.com, which is why I am able to have links, right? All right, what else do I have in here? I think I've got one more yarn. I've got one more skein of this yarn, the Macchiato Cakes I was talking about here in just a minute ago, because I do have a project in mind for this one, and that free pattern will be out on Moogly on the 20th of this month. So October 20th, 2025, if you're watching this a year later, go back and on Moogly, there will be a new pattern for one skein of this, probably less than one skein. Last one in the bag. If you guys have been to Michael's, you might already know what's coming out next. Caron Smash Cakes. Now, bold and bright. Here's their browns. So again, they've covered the range here. It's not all one way. It's not all neutrals. It's not all bolds. They've got a little bit of each. But this one, the bold one, makes it a little easier to see, right? Check that out. Isn't that unique? You can see this is, again, applied yarn, meaning we've got strands that are twisted together. And you can see in sections, the twists are the same, but then in sections, other sections, they're different. Of course, my finger doesn't want to grab one of those. But we've got, you can see where it's twisted with the black in there, right? Very unique. Let me pull up this one. Same thing. Every once in a while, it's twisted with the black. Isn't that pretty? So this one, the brown one, I'm getting some oohs and ahs for the browns. Love that. This one is called Caramel Crunch. Isn't that fun? So that's Caramel Crunch Caron Smash Cakes. Again, a really nice feel. This one feels a little more substantial, I want to say, than, for instance, this one, than the slice of anniversary cake. This one feels like it would hold up to wear and tear maybe a little bit better. I love this. I think this would be great for garments, but also for home decor. I think this one would, you know, really put up with a little bit more. This one is also 100% acrylic. So they're all almost all 100% acrylic. I think this one, the first one, Groovy Cakes, is polyester. So again, machine washable and dryable. This one is a 4 medium weight yarn. So even more versatile. 4 medium weight yarn. Let's see if we can find a strand. I don't want to mess up my cake, but I want to see if I can find a strand here to pull up so we can take a closer look. Maybe not a white one. You won't be able to see that against my pale skin here. Let's see. There we go. So you can see it's a 4-weight yarn. It's got a beautiful twist to it. This one isn't overly fuzzy, but it's still, you can see how squishy it is. It's still very, very squishy and soft. Lovely. Might have a little bit, I hesitate to say this, might have more of an acrylic-ish feel, but it doesn't feel plasticky at all. It just feels like it might put up with a little bit more love. So again, this is the bright one. This one is called Turquoise Punch. Turquoise Punch. I'm not sure the turquoise is what I would have pulled out of there, but that's what they went. I can see it. Now that I've said turquoise, like the turquoise is standing out to me. But definitely some neons, definitely some big stuff there. Yeah, I agree. This one is all about fall, though. This one's party, party, party. This one is all about fall. Really, really lovely ones. I don't know. I love this one. This is the one I plan on using. It's a little bit more summery, springy, maybe, but I don't know. This one is calling my name. Really lovely stuff, right? So far, those are all the, oh, got a hair in my mouth. Those are all the Caron cakes that I've managed to snag from my store. Let's go over those again here. Thank you, Anna. I agree. I think this sweater could definitely, this one needs a remake. This is the Paloma cardigan, which is free on mooglyblog.com. And I believe it is made in weight yarn. So I think this would be, yes, this would be a really fun one. Either of these, I think, would be really fun in this sweater. I would love to see that for sure. So when you go to your local Michael's, these are the yarns you want to make sure. Now, they're the Caron cakes, so these are for a limited time. That's the other thing. Not only are they only available in Michael's, but they're for a limited time only. So once they're gone, they're gone. So if you go to your Michael's or you go to michaels.com and you see a color you love and you say, oh, I'll pick it up next time, just saying, you might want to go ahead and get it because there's no guarantee it'll be there next time. And again, once these colorways are gone, they're gone. And then we've got to wait and see what comes in the next crop of Caron cakes next fall, right? Next autumn when it's time to harvest them again. So these are the ones you want to look for this year. Groovy Cloud Cakes for sure. Gorgeous colors. I got 2 very soft and gentle ones. And I'd say overall the colorways in this are a little bit more soft and gentle, but check out Icy Lime. There's some action there. There's some excitement. There's some beautiful reds in a lot of these. Just because I didn't pick them up doesn't mean they're not out there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is that Groovy Cloud Cakes, and it really does feel like a cloud. This one, I wanted to point out is different. It's polyester, but it's machine washable and dryable still. Then we talked about the Macchiato Cakes. The beautiful one I plan on using for my pattern on Monday. Also this beautiful bright one for what somebody wants a little more bold. Again, pick your colors. There's lots of colors to choose from. This one is a bulky 5-weight. This one, I should point out, is a little different actually. This one is, for whatever reason, oh, because I'll tell you, I forgot to tell you the fiber content of this one. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. So this one does have a little bit of wool content. So if you are allergic to wool, this is not the one you want. If you love the look of wool, this is the one you want. It is again, Super 5 bulky, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Does mean this one is hand wash, lay flat to dry. Now, I will say, when I make things, typically, I tend to hand wash and lay them flat to dry anyway, when I make garments and things. But with the wool content, they just want you to take a little bit extra care of this one. So the pattern I have coming out for it, again, like I say, is going to be a 1 skein thing. Very easy to hand wash and lay it dry. Something you probably wouldn't wash every time you wore it, we'll put it that way. But definitely I wanted to point that out. This one is just a little bit different on its care instructions. Then we talked about the chunky cupcakes, right? Super fun. Love these. Throw them in your bag. 1 skein project, pom-pom right there. If you are somebody who just likes to keep your hands busy, right? Like when you're traveling on a trip or even just around the house in the evenings, you just love whipping things up. These are great. You can pick these up, whip up a hat, set in a pile. You can give it away for Christmas. You can give it to charity. Just a really, really fun way to make a really cute project. And I just love the way they package that with a special scalloped little label there. This one, again, is a 5 bulky weight yarn, and it is 100% acrylic. And the free patterns, there's free pattern on the label and lots of patterns on yarnspirations.com. Then we talked we talked about the anniversary cake, which I don't have, but there is out there. So you'll have to go look at the site to see the different colors. But new this year, I believe, slice of anniversary cake. So you can get just a little bit of that anniversary cake if you don't need the whole giant, great big skein. 6 super bulky weight yarn. This one has 285 yards, 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry. And it's got a little tote bag pattern there on the label included for you. So then I believe the final one we had to talk about today was the Caron Smash Cakes. And that has that gorgeous, gorgeous brown we were looking at. Smash Cakes. I don't know why they're smashed, but they feel really good. Beautiful, interesting, very interesting color action here. It's got that black twisted twist to it. It is a 4 medium weight yarn, so very, very versatile. It is machine washable and dryable. We do love that. And it is 100% acrylic. So you could definitely, I think this would look lovely in this sweater. We've got a picture of it worked up, not in this colorway, but on the label, we can see they did sort of a folded over split neck cowl thing. What do they call it here? It's called the Knit Smashing Split Ribbed Cowl. So right there, so you can see that's in knit, but you can see a little bit how the colors work up in that one. And it just gives such an interesting effect. And of course, lots of brights as well as those neutrals. So that is just a quick look today at the new Caron cakes that are out. Again, there's a link in the description if you want to go to that. I've got links directly to all these yarns, so you can go ahead and order them for, curbside pickup. That's the word I was looking for earlier, curbside pickup. Order them from your Michaels for curbside pickup. Go into the store, check out all the beautiful colors. Definitely check them out on the website. And then again, in that same blog post, not just links to the yarn, but links to free patterns. So you can get started with these yarns as soon as you get them in your hot little hands. Crochet, knit, both are represented, and I hope you'll check it out. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll check out the Caron cakes at your local Michaels store. Have a great day, everybody.